Today we're tuning this S-10 with this carbureted small block Chevy. It's actually a GM crate engine in it. It's got a Pro Systems carb on it, MSD stuff, typical bracket race kind of deal. It's a mid to low 12 second truck, so check it out. Alright, here's this S-10. This thing's super nice. So this guy is the same customer that owned the stock automatic Firebird, the NHRA stock racer that we did. If you look a couple episodes back, you'll see that one on there. Yeah, that's a nice car as well as this one. Can't talk today. But yeah, it's a carbureted small block. This is a ZZ4 crate motor. Which I can't remember much about the cam specs or that kind of thing. You see it's a center bolt valve cover deal, dead giveaway. That's typical of the GM crate engines. Yeah, I said this thing goes mid to low 12s. I think he said his best was a 1220 in really good air. It's got a 3-speed automatic, you know, your B&M mega shifter deal in the center console. Just old school mechanical gauges and stuff. It's very much just a race truck. They run the street class at our local track here, US 131, which is a 12.0 minimum ET class. Yeah, the guy that owns this has put a buddy of mine in it, and he's been testing out the bracket racing waters in this thing, and he's been doing pretty good, having a good time with it. Circle track racer normally, so. Anyway, let's make a baseline run with this thing and see what we can make. So here's the runs from before. So it made 346 horsepower initially. We ended up with 353, 353.9, whichever. So decent power gain. We were able to pull quite a bit of jet out of it. It was low 11s AFR when I started. I'm going to move this graph over to get away from the torque bump. You see the torque bump from the converter flare when I initially hit the throttle. So I'm going to get past that to show you guys the average power increase over the pull after the converter's out of the equation. So we made... the horsepower numbers are going to be the same, but the torque number there, 336, 342. So we gained a little bit of torque as well. But the biggest thing I would say is that he was shifting this thing previously at 5,500. I ran it all the way to 63, and it made peak power at 5950. So I'm going to suggest to him that he moves his rev limiter. He's got a 6200 chip, and I just pulled it. But I'm going to suggest we pull the rev limiter out and put maybe like a 65, 6700, something like that in it, and then start shifting the truck at 6 to 6200. And then honestly, he could probably put more gear in it. I don't know what he's going through the big end at, but I would plan on going through the big end, through the traps in this thing, quarter mile at 62, 6300. Now they 1/8 mile race most of the time, so I don't know if he'll want to change gearing for that, but I would at least move the shift point up in that low 6,000, low 6,000 area. But yeah, goal would be to get this thing quarter mile into the low 12s in bad air, and maybe possibly a high 11-second pass in good air. That would be awesome. I don't think we've gained enough to really do that power wise, but if he moves the shift points along with a little bit of additional horsepower, it might just get there. So we're gonna send this thing down the road and yeah, move on to the next project.